What's up, Guardians? Welcome to another Destiny gameplay video. Excited to bring you my flagship build, my Nothing Manacles build. People have been asking about this for a long time. First and foremost, you got energy projection, which makes it so that your grenade throw distance is much greater, as displayed here in this Trials match. That grenade throw there. And then you've got Innervation, reduces grenade cooldown when you pick up orbs. And then the Scatter Charge, the main skill, which gives you an extra grenade and makes it so that your scatter grenades are basically like the Wolfpack rounds on the Yellowhorn. Watch that. That's so dirty. You just toss it, take cover, and it'll take them out if it's right on top of them. So dirty. Love it. Now I've got mostly spec'd into Intellect and Discipline, which is pretty standard for a Warlock. Now, obviously, you want the scatter grenade because you're going to get two of them. I'm using Blink. I used to use Focus Burst a lot, but with this current meta, with the insta-kill meta, Blink just gets you out of trouble a lot. I like Vortex, especially in the 6v6 playlist. Sometimes I'll use Lance when I'm playing really competitive players, but for the most part, I use Vortex. And then I'm going to use Lifesteal. I tend to use Lifesteal. I like it better than the others. The others don't really... I don't know, they don't proc much. I don't really feel... Surge is kind of fun to play with, but I never use Soul Rip. So I stick with Lifesteal. I like that better. And I've got Recovery and Agility mainly. Using Angry Magic so that the Nova Bomb tracks enemies. Sometimes that comes in handy. I like it better than the others. Sometimes I'll use Annihilate, but for the most part, Angry Magic is what I tend to stick with. Chaos Order there. And then finally, I'm using Bloom. I can't get away from Bloom. I love it too much. I get so many Bloom kills, and you'll see that in the video. Now, in terms of the weapon setup, I change my weapon setup all the time. I roll with Praetus Timepiece. I roll with Time on Target. I roll with the Multi-Tool. I roll with the Messenger. I tend to use sniper rifles like the Longbow, but sometimes I like to play around with Plan C too. Plan C is just a lot of fun. And then I tend to use rocket launchers like Yellowhorn or Tomorrow's Answer, anything that has that proximity detonation. And you'll see here, sometimes I like to pre-nade. When I know that a guy's going to pursue and come around the corner, if you chuck a nade right in front of them, then they tend to walk right into it, and they're going to be easy pickings that way. And sometimes also, on the flip-flop, if you use it as a follow-up tactic. So here, I peg a couple of rounds into this guy, and then I just go ahead and chuck the nade. It doesn't actually get him, it tracks his teammate who walks out in front and totally takes him out. But the principle still applies. I like to throw a grenade when someone runs to take cover, because a lot of times the grenade, all it needs is just one or two of those Seekers to find them before it'll wipe them. Now you saw this bit in my team wipe video if you watched that one, but it shows the skills of the Warlock Nothing Manacles build so well. Tossing that grenade takes out the guy on the probe, and then you get the AoE effect of the Bloom, which primed the other two targets. I dropped the super on their noggins, and so it's just so much space magic, lots of purple explosions, and that's what this build is all about. It's just about purple explosions. And I like to snipe, so I don't tend to get away from my sniping too much. I just enjoy it so much. But every now and then I'll pull out the Plan C and have some fun with it. And if you watched my Kills of the Week video, you saw this bit here. And so this uses everything. It just kind of shows off everything in this build well. So I start out with the primary to take out guys that I'm going one-on-one with. And then here, I've got two guys coming around the corner for this heavy. I chuck one grenade right at the wall at the guy's feet, and it takes him out pretty easily. Double kill off the Nova Bomb, switch to Plan C to wipe up the guy that's trying to flank me. So all these AoE things really played to my advantage in that situation, helped me win that heavy battle against 4 guys. So and that was 6 kills within like 25 seconds. And so even here you see the grenade, and then following up with the melee, you get the Soul Rip. It almost helped keep me alive, and that's not Soul Rip, Lifesteal. Almost helped keep me alive there. But Plan C is a lot of fun. So if you're a player that you really struggle with sniping, and so some of my builds don't really apply to you too much, just know that this build works really well with fusion rifles, and I had a ton of fun running with Plan C and also with Exile's Curse. And every now and then I'll pick up a fusion rifle. I kind of miss the fusion rifle days, as weird as that may sound, because a lot of people hated the fusion rifle days. But anything that isn't exotic hand cannons and shotguns with shot package right now, it feels refreshing to me. So, and I might post a video on my Crucible balance thoughts later on this week sometime. Now, just as a heads up, I'll take that guy out of his Titan Smash just in time. But just as a heads up, you know, I am going to be out of town all of next week. I'm going to be down in Nashville doing some charity work, so I'm not going to be able to post videos. I'm not going to be able to stream. So just apologize for that. You know, I didn't neglect the channel. I haven't forgotten about it. I'll just be out doing some stuff that I kind of prioritize over video gaming, obviously. And you see here some of these more purple explosions going down as I fight for the heavy. And Blink just came in handy there for disorienting enemies, keeping the aggro off of me so that I can kind of drop on their noggins and use the fusion rifle because Plan C has such a great charge rate. And then also using the melee ability, which I noticed was cooled down. And so with this high discipline and intellect build, you're going to be dropping lots of purple explosions between the Nothing Manacles scatter grenades and the Nova Bomb. And then you can see the bloom there. These guys explode with that purple energy afterwards. Does a lot of damage. It can one-shot an enemy. It's like combustion on the golden gun, but instead of just being on your super, it's on every ability you have. So if you get a melee ability kill, they'll bloom. If you get a grenade kill, they'll bloom. If you get a super kill, they'll bloom. If you get a bloom kill, they'll bloom. So that's why I love bloom. Just tons of crowd control options that you have when using bloom. And in this match, I felt bad for this guy. You know, he spawned right in front of me, and feel kind of bad about that. But ultimately, that's a dev problem. That's not a gamer problem. So if you get killed off the spawn, you know, just understand the other player might not have wanted necessarily to kill you, but it's what you would have done in the same situation. And the responsibility to fix spawn points like that rests on the dev's shoulders, not the players. So here's another instance of a pre-nade. The guy was walking around the corner to challenge me. I anticipated that. I dropped a grenade. He walks right into it. Makes him easy pickings. Here's another instance where I toss a grenade as he jumps into it, and it makes him easy to kill. So these scatter grenades used to be the most useless grenades in the game, but now I use them all the time. And a lot of people ask, okay, well, is this build viable for Trials of Osiris? Because a lot of people who run Warlock in Trials of Osiris, in fact, I would say the overwhelming majority of Warlocks in the Trials of Osiris are running Sunsinger builds. They want to have the burn, they want to have the self-revive, they want to have Viking Funeral with those firebolt grenades. And you know, that is the most common build for a reason. It's highly effective in the elimination 3v3 playlist. It's hard to beat. But I'm just so comfortable using my Voidwalker that I almost never run Sunsinger in Trials of Osiris. I much prefer to be able to blink away from rockets, away from supers, and you see the grenade there seeking two guys out and getting the double kill off the grenade. Thing's dirty. And then I tend to save my super for moments like this where you're fighting for heavy or shutting down roaming supers. So anyways, yeah, this build is highly viable in Trials of Osiris if you get comfortable with it. And so I actually streamed a lot of Trials yesterday using this build. Here's a clip from Trials a couple of weeks ago at Black Shield, and this was a 1v3 scenario. I thought I came out on top. I was like, yeah, sweet. And then self revives. Oh no! And so I kind of have to backpedal and kind of try and pick some guys off with the snipe. But you'll see the Nothing Manacles coming in handy again here. And I'll show you a bloom kill, how bloom saved my life. So I get a body shot on this guy, and then I follow it up with a grenade, and you'll see the grenade finishes off the guy that was weak. He blooms and explodes, and then in the kill feed you see the explosion kill. That was the bloom, and this guy self-revives again, and I just go ahead and drop a Nova Bomb on his noggin. So anyways, that's my build, and a lot of you guys have been asking about it, asking for it. I love this build. I use it all the time. It's my favorite PvP setup to use right now. So hopefully it's effective for you, as effective, if not more effective, as it is for me. Hopefully you enjoy it, and give me some feedback. Let me know how you like the build if you give it a try. So thanks guys for stopping by. Really appreciate it. We'll talk to you later.